First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set, hut, 10, touchdown. Here we go, Jam him, jam.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Let's go one more. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 18, Gator.
Yo.
25, check 25.
He's cracked. Check it, crack. Run, go!
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set, 280.
Mike, check, 59.
21, General West. Get on.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check 24. Watch
Trail right, 22.
Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too. Strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Here we go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
32. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's Williams on the catch. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Alert! You don't want none.
Check 43.
6-6. Bullet high.
Hey, motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Throwing is Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
I got you.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Stafford.
Here we go, G.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Swing.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Yellow 80! Shift. Middle. Hurry!
Stafford now to throw.
Big stop. Let's go.
It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
51. Watch the run. Check 26.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now Jackson. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Easy. I got him.
SOS, SOS,
Hey.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
On first down, Moss. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 51.
Hey, 70.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Quick dad.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 15-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He goes, set, 280.
Focus, defense, focus.
Third and 2, Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready, 280.
51, Mike 51.
51. Hey. 40 got.
51's the Mike, boys. 51.
On first down, Stafford here. James has got it, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
280. Hey, easy. Hey, 70.
Mike 51.
Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Lions have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Stafford on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll take this from 140. Yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Safe, safe, safe.
80 weapon.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Run!
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Long day, offense. Hey, long day. 36.
On 3rd down, it's Moss, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
no gain on the play. It's 4th down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey. Hey, easy.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
10.
They snap it to Stafford. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Back to throw. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Let's
Hey.
defense. And here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Like 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second.
Ready. 180.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
On second down, it's Moss, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
White.
Let's go, baby. Out, 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 out.
Hey.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21 to 7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson looking deep downfield. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You must be.
Like 22.
Topper!
Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Mike's
Ready. 280.
all day, just like that. Just like that.
Like 7.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
53. Ready. Get on.
From the red zone now, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All day, baby, all day.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check, 59. Let's put him on the bus.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Under 10, 10. Hatchet.
Hey, middle. Hey, easy.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Come on now, let's go.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. This quarterback now Over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 59 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch made at the 25.
We play to win. Let's
The Lions
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
40 got. Greystone, travel.
Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route and complete. That's James. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mike's 59.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Finding room to the 20. He's got it to Williams. And down to the 16-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
50
Set. 250.
Is the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey,
32.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Check 24, check 24.
Monday. 21.
Boys, 56. Check 56.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Our time. It's our time. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Switch. Check nickel.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing is Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to go back to more there, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready. 280.
Check 59.
Y'all not ready.
Hey. Easy, alert.
5-9.
They'll run on first down. It's Moss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Watch QB drop.
On first down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
He goes, tap. 280.
He's sick as the mic. Watch the pass.
On second down now, it's Moss. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Bang, bang.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Ashawn Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Finish strong. Yeah, let's go.
Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. To throw is Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 38-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.